Alright guys, what's up everybody? Chill Scrub here, man. And I want to address something that I addressed earlier that I didn't think would come to pass so soon, and it has to deal with cancellation culture and the FGC. Recently, I think about April 24th, 2020, I dropped a video called The FGC is Trash, where I was discussing the events between Cyril Blast and the events between LTG, and I was wondering, if this continues, will it be a slippery slope and then everybody gets canceled? And sure enough, a lot of people end up getting canceled. Chris G gets canceled. Mr.Wizard, the founder of EVO, or the CEO of EVO, gets canceled. I mean, if he was diddling kids, he deserves to be canceled. He deserves to, in my opinion, die. But, you know, from what I've heard about his so-called alleged claims of him not even touching kids, but asking them for pictures and pretty much, I say borderline molesting kids, I still feel like he should serve some federal time, if it is true. I don't believe in not giving people due process. I believe in due process, so I believe he should, before everybody burn him at the stake, we should actually properly sort this out. I know people are going to disagree with me on this, but that's the point of the video in the first place. Cancellation culture has got going way too far. I mean, you got people like Filipino Champ is getting canceled over a fucking watermelon because he said watermelon lives matter. And I know in the previous video I always said keep politics out of gaming. I mean, I love FGC drama. Drama is great for the community when it's about gaming. Trash talk and all that's good, but when you make the games or gaming or the FGC way too political, then you start having problems like this right now. I mean, FGC. I mean, Filipino Champ just got canceled for pretty much not too long ago for pretty much saying watermelon lives matter. I understand like the social climate right now is like everybody's hypersensitive about everything, but come on, dude, a watermelon, man. I saw King's J's video on his reaction to what he said, and he was saying that he should be more responsible with his words online, especially with Chris G saying something about black women and Filipino Champ saying something about watermelon lives matter and correlating to Black Lives Matter. In my personal opinion, it's just a fucking joke, and I feel like the problem with the FGC and the problem with people in general nowadays, you're too sensitive about everything and you can't joke about anything. I mean, to me, I was talking with one of my friends the other day, and I was asking him a question. Find humor that's not offensive in some kind of way. And he couldn't answer the question. I'm gonna link King's J's video in the description below. I want y'all to check that out, and I support the dude. He's real cool, man. From what I've seen, I don't know him personally, but from videos I've seen, he's a pretty cool dude. I just happen to disagree with him on certain things. But back to the cancellation culture, man. People are blaming people on Twitter, man. EVO's being canceled. A lot of people online are saying they don't fuck with they're not fucking with EVO. A lot of people are dropping out. EVO officially got canceled. All this crazy stuff, man, and this all goes back to people putting too many racial politics and gender politics in video games. It's kind of crazy. To me, I really miss the old FGC. Don't get me wrong, there's certain things that should be brought to light that are crazy like that, like the whole Mr.Wizard thing. That's definitely way out of line, but it's just getting to the point where it's ridiculous. Like, I'm looking at like who's gonna get canceled next. That's pretty much what we're playing now on Twitter, Facebook, any social media in general. We're playing who's gonna get canceled next. And back to that whole watermelon thing about the about Filipino Champ. I understand that people want to ride the wave of the Black Lives Matter and all that good shit. As a black person, I will personally tell you, and I know this is going to upset everybody, but somebody has to say it. When do Black Lives matter to black people? And I want you to really think about what I just said. When do Black Lives matter to black people? Because when I see stories of black people getting killed by other black people, or black people harassing other black people, or black people destroying other black businesses, I don't see this on the news that often. But the news I see is, well, some white dude harassed some black woman or black man or something like that, and it goes front page. And everybody want to be out in the outrage. But when we come to each other, we don't put this in the news and we don't publicize this and we don't tell other black people to stop it. That I feel like that's kind of stupid. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's really fucking stupid. I mean, I watch a dude named Tommy Sotomayor. I know he's very controversial. A lot of black people think he's a coon for some odd reason, and I don't agree with everything he says, but he does call them out for what it is. He called people out for what it is. He called the black community out for what it is. Like, we want to just throw racial, we want to play the victim when it comes down to, well, y'all want to play the victim when it comes down to the whole white versus black thing, but when it's black on black, we don't say nothing at all, period. But that's really my main thing. I really feel like we should definitely take a lot of this racial politics, gender politics. Like I said it earlier, a lot of people get to pull the transgender card. I even saw an article about Sonic Fox. I'm going to link that in the description too. Or I saw an article on Sonic Fox and esports talking about how he wasn't going to support EVO. I'm going to say this once, and I said it once, I'm going to say it again. And I'm not taking anything from Sonic Fox, but I just really feel like he's a giant clout chaser when it comes down to this whole pushing gay agenda thing. And there's nothing wrong with gays, and I said it in my last video. Again, link in the description, check it out. I have no problem with that, but what does that have to do with the gaming? Which is circling around to my original point. All this shit doesn't have to do with gaming. When it comes to the whole EVO thing, you can counsel Mr.Wizard and not counsel the damn event. If you really feel like he did some fugazi shit like diddle kids, which is I'm definitely against that. Pedophilia shit, that's not cool. If you really feel like he diddled kids, then y'all should be pressing charges against this man. He should be going on trial right now. Not doing something like counseling EVO that hurts the fighting game community as it is. I mean, the FGC is a niche community as it is. It's already small. And taking away EVO, one of our biggest events, that hits hard. But everybody's too busy trying to drinking the fucking council juice that nobody's want to think about. Wait, financially, especially for all these pro players, I'm like, I feel that you want to do the whole Colin Kaepernick thing and fight the power, but think about it financially. People like F-Champ, they lost their sponsorship with Evil Geniuses and all the other great stuff over some bullshit, over a couple of words. Now, if he would have said that same thing in the old FGC, I say anywhere from 2000 to 2012 or 2014, nobody would have batted an eyelash. No one. But because we are so hypersensitive about everything now, the smallest word, you could say, I don't like black women, you're counseled. I really feel like, again, we're separating, or we're not separating, we're meshing people's personal lives with the video game. Now, with video games, now I understand that you have to keep a certain persona to a certain degree. You want to keep a certain decorum. You want to have some diplomacy, but at the same time, y'all, people act like it's the wild, wild west. What, you can't joke on Twitter anymore without somebody. I'm not to shout out at Cuddlecore, but Cuddlecore crying on Twitter about some dude harassing her. Again, I know I expect a lot of hate from this video, and if you feel some kind of way, that's perfectly fine. It's all discussion. But at the same time, I'm gonna be real with you and say, grow the fuck up. Stop being such a pussy about every goddamn thing. I mean, stop crying so fucking much. If it's really that bad, file charges. If people are really harassing and you can't take it, get off the internet. If you're going to be a prominent figure in the FGC and you're gonna cry and try to get somebody counseled, aka Zero Blast, I haven't forgot. Again, back to the video when I said the FGC is trash, aka Zero Blast, and talk about shit like that and get another nigga counseled. You don't need to be a figure then. If you're gonna be so sensitive, why are you a figure? I mean, think about it. If we're this sensitive now, I'm pretty sure a lot of the prominent figures in the FGC will never survive in the early 2000s. Never. It's crazy. It's like, let's talk about LTG, for example. Go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. Dude is fucking hilarious. But in my opinion, this dude has faced harassment, doxing his family, all kinds of crazy shit, right? Counsel from EVO. And y'all support this. I'm talking about the Twitter people, the Twitter trolls that don't really do anything besides sit there and want to jump on the bandwagon of this person should be counseled and this person should be counseled. Be careful when you say that, because that's a slippery slope. What happens when it's your favorite player that's counseled? What happened then? You gonna jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, he deserves to be counseled too? I highly doubt it. Because y'all are quick to lynch a motherfucker. Y'all don't even ask questions. Y'all don't do any real research. I'm not talking about the YouTubers that sit there and go on hours and read articles and try to find out what's going on. No, I'm talking about the people just like you and me that just go straight to an assumption and then just go with that. That's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. This whole cancellation is bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call it for what it is. I got it. all in all, I really feel like, as I've been saying for the third time, maybe fourth time in a row, keep the politics, gender, racial, so forth, out of fighting games. FGC needs drama. I'm sorry. You could look at EVO standings and all that. It's boring now. Esports is boring to me. It might be hype to y'all, but a dude in a suit and tie that's speaking prim and proper, that's not what I want, man. And that's maybe me because I'm 26 years old, and I've been watching the FGC events and trying to participate in the FGC events since I was like, what, 16, 17? I miss the nitty gritty shit when you get to say what you want to say. But I feel the more we keep going into this cancellation thing, the more we start to encroach on that First Amendment right. We start to encroach on it, or not encroach, I said encroach. But we start to destroy the First Amendment right, sorry. But we ain't gonna talk about, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say this, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's really starting to turn into fucking Happy Betty and Happy Gary's learnatorium. If y'all are Timmy Turner, not Timmy Turner, Very Loud Parents fan. It's stupid. I just wanted to stop. And the people that's another thing, the people that's doing all this cancellation bullshit, please don't act like you ain't never did anything wrong. I mean, we all got skeletons in our closet. I know I got some, so I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm holier than thou. But if you see some of these people on Twitter, they be going in like they never do anything. And here's the thing: how could you counsel somebody, almost destroy their livelihood, and then next minute you talking about Black Lives Matter and all this other bullshit? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an all lives matter person. I mean, I say fight for your own cause. But it's crazy. You can sit here and destroy a man's fucking FGC career, and you sleep good at night. But somebody harass you on Twitch, and all of a sudden you want to cry. That's really fucking odd. But I've been rambling long enough. I done made my point already. I made my point in the first 5 minutes. But go ahead and check out the original video, the source video, where I got my thoughts again for this video, which is FGC is trash, which it is now, especially now, on my channel. Go ahead and check out LTG. Please do the research for yourself on all these things that's going on in this cancellation culture thing before you form an opinion. I don't have no hatred towards Mr.Wizard. If it is true, again, he whatever happens to him, he deserves. I feel like he should be on trial. I don't feel like FGC should have got. I said FGC. I don't feel like Filipino champ should have got canceled just for the fact that he said watermelon lives matter. Get over your fucking self. And I disagree with King J on that, but everything else for the most part I agree with. The whole besides the cuddle core thing too, about the whole shit, what's that dude's name? Chris G thing. Come on. But with all that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out King J. Awesome dude, awesome content. Really like his content. Really good Tekken player. Have nothing but respect for him. Check out LTG. Even though I said I took some shots at Koda Court, phenomenal Tekken player. Good at great with Xiao Yu and X, Y, and Z. Check her out as well. And that's about it. Oh, check out Tommy Sword in My Yard as well, man. He makes great content as well. Please check him out. All the channels will be in the description below. And y'all have a good one. Peace out. And don't be afraid to say what you want to say. I'm not gonna blast you for saying what you want to say. We all human. Peace.